In this video, I'm going to go over how to set up DHCP, which is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, in a network, just a small network that has a router acting as a server, as the DHCP server, allocating IP addresses to, we'll just have like a few laptops and computers. So the first step that you want to do is just set up your devices. We'll do a router, a switch, and then we'll move over here and do two PCs and a laptop. And we can just connect them. And if we go and access the computer and look at the IP configuration, right now we have no IP address or subnet mask assigned, but if we click DHCP, it'll request that from the server, but obviously since it's not set up yet, it's going to fail and we won't get a response. And so then we'll have to use API-IPA, which is not ideal when we're trying to set up DHCP. So our next step is to configure DHCP in the router, which we can just enter the router configuration. We'll go to privileged exec mode and then global configuration mode. And from here, we can just use the command IP DHCP pool, and then we'll name our DHCP pool P1. And then we have to come up with a network address. We're right now in DHCP configuration. We'll make that 192.168.1.0, and we have to assign a subnet mask, which is just 255.255.255.0. Next, we have to decide the default router, which I'll make just the first device in this network, which is 192.168.1.1, and a domain name system, which our domain name system server, and so that we will just make the same 192.168.1.1. From here, we can exit this configuration. And we want to configure that the interface that we have right here, the G0/0/0. Here. Yeah, we want to configure this interface so that it has that IP address that we set as the default router and as the DNS server. So we'll enter interface G000, and from here we will set up our IP address. Okay, and we have to set a subnet mask. And then we need to enable our interface by saying no shutdown. And we can exit here and copy our running configuration to our startup configuration. Okay, now that I've done that, DHCP should be set up, and I can go over to desktop IP configuration. We can try that again. If I click DHCP, it'll take a minute. The first one might fail, so I'll try it again. Okay, and the DHCP request was successful. So the first time it took a minute and it failed, but now on all of our DHCP clients, we should be able to successfully get an IP address. And if you look, all of them are correctly joining the network with the network address 192.168.1.0. And they're each requesting their IP address. And if we want to test to make sure that this network is working, we can just try to ping. I'll try to ping this computer from this computer. Let's see. So I think that this computer was 192.168.1.0. 1.2, so we'll try to ping the next one, which is 192.168.1.3, and I'm getting replies. So that is how you successfully set up a DHCP with using just a router and a switch and just a small network, and using the router as the server.